Hello everyone, long time no see. I know you got tired of waiting. But hey, you waited a year for the second season of Game of Thrones, so quit busting my chops. On to today's topic. Have you ever had someone say to you, wow, you must have been a real heartbreaker in your younger days? Or wow, you must have been so much trouble in your day? I get this from people all the time. And they think, basically saying to me, well, I wouldn't give 5 cents for you now, Tance, but you must have been hot 30 years ago, is a compliment. I will never understand why people think reminding you that you might have been attractive a long time before you started looking like shit on a stick is going to improve your day. Actually, I'm always surprised at the low incidence of violence by seniors, because God knows people give them lots of reasons to lose it. I tell you, growing old is hard. Now, I was never someone who traded on her looks. For one thing, I always seemed to be part of a group of women who boys or men flocked to like birds, and I was always cast as the sarcastic friend of the hottie. I was the one the guys got to know better though, because they weren't intimidated by my looks the way they were with the others. Plus, I could talk about sports, so they became my friend. So yeah, I wasn't ever the hot girl, but I understand how hard it must be for women who were hot once to confront the physical signs of aging, to lose that great décolletage, or when the skin on what were great legs starts to slide like socks that lose their elasticity, or to develop age spots. The turkey neck, Lord, the turkey neck, or the deep grooves that form from the side of the nose to the mouth, narrow and deep like the early stages of a river that we learnt about in high school geography. I understand why some former babes, who can afford it, get lots of work done and hope not to end up looking permanently ghost or like Vincent from Beauty and the Beast. I also get why those who cannot afford to have work done pack on the layers of makeup in an attempt to beat back the ravages of time. I had an in-law who, God rest her soul, was a stunner in her youth, and well into her 70s and 80s continued to draw on wide dark eyebrows and apply globs of red lipstick that bled into the areas around her mouth and made her look like an extra from the movie It. I can even relate to the woman who simply refused to acknowledge the flapping underarms, thickening waist and sagging cheeks. The ones who say, so what if my boobs now look like the nests of cornbirds? I used to look good in a plunging neckline in my 30s, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stop wearing those sexy halter tops now. Yes, I get it. Because it must be really difficult to see the thing by which you were defined literally slipping away. Even I, who as I said was never part of any hot girl summer, only like how my face looks now in my bathroom mirror. And that's because I'm usually not wearing my glasses at the time. If I could walk around with a filter that blurred my facial features in that complimentary way, I would. Things about my face and body that I never gave a single thought to when I was younger, I now obsess about. And it doesn't help that we live in an age where every moment in time, someone has taken 6 photos of it. Maybe that's why I never thought about it when I was younger, because I hardly ever had to look at it. But now, you are shot from every angle. And the group shots, Lord protect me from the group shots. Because unfortunately, sorry guys, I still spend a lot of time with very attractive people. So now that I'm no longer in my salad days, what are these days called? Round provision, dessert? Who knows? But it's not salad, not even main course. No sir, I am almost finished my meal, just around for the drinks now. But I digress. Now that I am no longer in my salad days, there are 10 million photos of me everywhere. I have to figure out which is the most forgiving angle. I'm thinking from the back, but then you would see my giant ass. I have to remember not to smile too wide because my eyes disappear into the folds that my lids have become and wrinkles ripple away from my mouth straight to my ears. Should I raise my chin up so I stretch out the loose skin on my neck, or down, so I hide it. Let me tell you, it is not easy. And all of this has to be done while sucking in your gut, arching your back, and turning ever so slightly to the side so they don't see how wide you are, while at the same time making sure that giant ass that I mentioned before is not visible. Yes, it is hard. But of course, all this hand-wringing and figuring out is only happening with the females. Heterosexual males of my generation have no care for these things. I have seen men walking around merrily with stomachs so large, if a woman showed up with a belly like that, she'd be hospitalized. Someone would be certain she had a medical condition. And all they do is either wear a shirt or t-shirt that is big enough to cover it, in which case the garment is hanging off every other part of their body and usually way too long. And when I say shirt, I mean some polyester creation with no shape and in an unflattering color, often short sleeve with a pattern of leaves or something. Or the other option is to wear something that fits the rest of their frame so that the fabric is stretched taut over the belly like a drum from a Tobago speech band. If you stand close enough, you can hear it groaning. You see these mature couples at events and the wife, girlfriend, outside woman number one, primed and prettied, made up to the nines, body showing off the results of diet, exercise, weight loss pills, surgery, whatever it takes. Face like porcelain. They are dressed to perfection from their shoes to their hair, and walking beside them, often showing no sign of appreciation for the effort their partners took, are these disheveled, dowdy men. And I wonder, if it is men these women are trying to impress, as society would have us believe, or is it other women? Or maybe they just do it for themselves, to make themselves feel good. I am hoping it's the last one, because that is the best reason to do it. In recent times, there's been a popular movement which promotes what they call aging naturally and gracefully. And it involves just basically letting it all hang out. They say, let your hair go grey, embrace your wrinkles. So what if the grooves between your eyebrows make that perfect number 11? You're lucky to be alive. Well, if that's your jam, then I say more power to you. But disciples of this trend can tend to be a bit judgy, looking down on the heavily made up, surgically enhanced persons in their Spanx and push-up bras. And to those guys I say, if it makes you feel better about growing old, then go for it. To each his own. Me, I fall somewhere in between those two extremes. I'm not about drawing all those lines on my face, and couldn't afford the surgical enhancement even if I wanted to get it. But I, like millions of others, have been known to pay too much for the creams that promise to be anti-aging, and I'm not above getting some help from support garments. So, grow old gracefully or go down fighting all the way. Who cares? Look after your health though, because you need that to keep going, and all the rest is just gravy. Thanks for listening to the end and not giving up on me while I got my act together to do another one of these babies. Stay safe. Till next time.